Alright, we're trying to make sure this works here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2. Is that loud enough sound? Is that what's happening? Put that up there. 1, 2, check 1, 2, check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check. So let's go here and we'll see if we can get something done to this thing be working right for tonight so it's not jagging up like it was last week. I'm being quiet here for a second and see if it'll come to it. Let's go KINZ. Come on. Jiminy Crominy. Okay, it's around here somewhere. Here we go. We'll do that right there. Chanute Comic Sports. Yeah, it says live now. Chanute Comic Sports. Yeah, it says live now. So check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, check, check. So check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, check, check. That's where we are right here. That's where we are right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, check, check 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check 1, 2, 3. Here we go, Blue Comet Football coming your way. 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, check, check 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check 1, 2, 3. Welcome here to Altamont, and it is time for the SEK title game. One, two, three, check 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the SEK state title, not the state title game. Welcome to the SEK game here on Z95.3. Good evening, Blue Comet fans. It's time for Blue Comet football here for
the 2019 season on your home for the Blue Comets Z95.3. And with me, the new football coach for the Blue Comets this year, Coach Frizzell. Coach, how you doing?
Doing good.
Awesome. I'll tell you what, it is a new year, a great new look for this team, a lot of optimism for this team. But let's hear a little bit about you. You're a hometown guy. You've been on the staff for a long time. You've been around this team. You know the kids. Now you got to step into that head coaching position. So since you've made that decision up until game time tonight, how's it been and how you feel about it?
It's been really good. This is my 15th year here, so I've got some experience being here and kind of knowing how to handle Chanute kids and how just how the program has worked in the past and seen a lot of things. It's been a really good transition. I love the kids we have. I've got some hardworking, good kids, and that makes it really easy for me to do my job. So.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, too, and making it easy for you to do your job as those assistant coaches, you definitely got to have that for yourself and the kids. So I know that you've been around these guys for a lot of years. You know each other. You kind of know what you're looking for each other. But that's a good thing to help to start off for your first year. So tell us about these great guys that be walking the sideline with you.
Okay, we'll start with the defensive side of the ball. We got Coach Rusty Emling. He's a co-defensive coordinator, and he coaches D-line. He brings a wealth of knowledge to us. He's been the former head coach at Burlington High School. He's been in Anderson County. He's a former Emporia State Hornet, just like myself, so he's got a lot of knowledge he brings to the table. A young guy that just second year here, Bradley Campbell. It's actually the principal, Brian Campbell's son, and he played at McPherson College and grew up in a couple different areas, but played high school ball in Hugoton, and he's a very knowledgeable young guy. So it's going to be really exciting to see what he can do in the future for us, because he knows a lot about football, and it's a great guy to have. And then Kent Frizzell is our last defensive coach. He's co-defensive coordinator as well, and coaches defensive backs. So he's actually my dad, and I didn't have to go very far to find that guy, but I knew he was someone that we wanted to work with our kids. Very knowledgeable, former head coach here, and just a great guy to have on the staff. And all those guys treat kids well. They treat kids the right way, and that's what we want to be all about. So, moving over to the offensive side of the ball, we were excited to get Devin Crabtree. A Chanute kid that I coached. I was coaching wide receivers at the time. 08, I think, was his senior year, and he was one of my wide receivers and a defensive back and head of a football player. And he's been off doing some big things. University of Texas El Paso. He was a GA last year for basketball there, and decided he wanted to get closer to home. So we're happy to have him on staff. Luke Hall, he's been at Benedictine College. Actually coached on the staff there. St. Thomas Aquinas, another big program, 6A or 5A program in Kansas. So he brings a lot to the table. He's super organized. He knows everything there is to know about technology. He's an awesome guy to have on our staff. And then Kurt Sizemore is coaching offensive line. He has been doing a very good job with offensive line. He made the transition last year. He was defensive line. So he's learned really fast and caught on to things and coming up with some of his own terminology. And he's just a really bright, smart young guy that I'm excited to have. And then the last coach is, I guess, myself. So.
Yeah, you're going to be calling offensive plays this year,
yes.
So you be the offensive coordinator and run the plays out there. That's great. So, yeah, great guys. I've got to play golf with some of those guys. I've got to hang out with them a few times, too. So, a great bunch of guys to have, and I know it's going to be great for the kids as well. All right, so, all that, Coach, let's get it started here. It starts in summer with conditioning and everything else. So, up until your first practice and everything, how did that go? I mean, did you have a lot of involvement with the kids? Were they excited about it? Was it what you were looking for?
Yeah, they were excited. Numbers-wise, we started pretty strong. Kind of highs and lows during the summer, which I think is to be expected with any program. But I think moving forward, the goal is to get more kids in the weight room in the summer. We worked on playbook stuff all summer long too, and we had a nice core group of kids there. But you always want more. You always expect more out of kids and want to do better. So if you're not doing that, I think you're in the wrong direction.
So check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2. We should be good right there. Let's turn that down. 1 2 check. Are we on the microphone? We on the line? What do we got? 1 2 check 1 2. 1 2 check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2. Okay, we're good right there. Still got the sound coming through. All right, so that's better. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to save that. Here. And there I go. Edit settings. Check that out. All I know is we're good on the sound right here. Sounds good. So I think I'm gonna roll with that. I'm gonna go get my other thing. We'll just do that. Still hearing shit coming from this thing. Still hearing stuff coming from this thing. Still hearing stuff coming from the camera. Damn it. What the fuck does that mean? Where the hell's the menu on this thing? Why can't I talk? Why? If I take these off, do I still hear things from the camera? I was picking up something somewhere else, man. It's coming from in on here. Where am I picking it up at? The camera? How can it be the camera? The camera's not even fucking hooked up. So something in this thing. Damn it. I don't freaking knew it. Check one. Hey man, I was wondering if you might be able to help me out with something real quick. We did the updates on these computers, and it really screwed up my stream stuff. I'm getting, looks like I can't figure out why I'm still picking up, like the computer's picking up the microphone or something. My microphone on the computer, and I can't figure out how to shut that thing off, man, or whatever. And it sounded really bad a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know where this has come from. I can't figure this out. Oh, what now? No, my video streaming for the ball games and stuff. Let's see, I'm figuring to go into system, sound, but it says, you know, input is Elgato, test your microphone, but set up a microphone private. I thought it was coming through the camera, but it's actually, now that I've unplugged the camera, I can actually still see it bouncing. So I know it's not coming through the camera. Let's keep figuring this out. I can't get this done. It should be simple. Hello, yes, microphone. Check one. See, you said microphone off. I even turned it off and it's still picking it up. Where's it coming from? Don't get it. Check one. No, still. Microphone on. Microphone off. Doesn't do any difference. Is it in sound capture? Why would it be in sound capture? It's not even supposed to be on. Let's see, sound, I got input. Okay. Sound control panel. So let's go back to settings. Let's go to control panel. See, that's system, personalization, gaming, privacy, update, security, devices, phone account, search. I guess it'll be the system because it's got sound in there, huh? Brightness, that's display. Here's sound. I get an output and an input. That's it. See, I think it's Chanute 3, maybe. Let's see. I don't remember them. Okay. Yeah, this is. I mean, I think we went through this once before a while back, and I just. Yeah, there you go. Let's see, we got the sound. Sound control panel. Okay, I missed it all the way. Okay. One, two. Yeah. Let's see. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, as you can see, I don't get it. Yeah, there's some sound coming from somewhere. I know I've got the JK box hooked up and everything's turned down. Yeah, and I mean, I got the camera here, but I mean, I can even unhook the camera and I can still You know, the camera's sitting out here by itself, and I'm just talking, and it's still bringing in sound. I didn't discuss anything. I just quit talking. Let's see. Don't move. All right. All right. I just don't know. Let's see. Here, let me try something here. Check one. Yep. So maybe. Yeah. Let's see. I gotta find the menu here on this camera. Yeah, I got the. Which one this is? It's a newer camera though. But yeah. So up here on top. So I've got the microphone that says on. Let's see. Let's try this again. Right in there. 1, 2. Okay, so let me turn. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Okay, so now we have stereo from the headphones. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. If I shut. Oh, 1, 2. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. Okay, let's get this hooked up. Damn it. Simple little thing. Simple little freaking thing. You're killing me, Smalls. There's the menu button. Checking 1, 2.
Good evening, Blue Comet fans. Welcome to week number 8, final regular season game of the year, and a more important game for the Blue Comets in recent years. I cannot think of none. And we'll talk about that one coming up as we get things going with our Coach Frizzell interview. And after a crazy win last week, but Coach, the first thing is I got to see Curtis Harris back out there. Also saw Costin go off with the injury, but I saw him after the game. So tell us how they're doing and how's everybody else as we get ready to go.
Curtis is good. I think we're pretty healthy. You know, we got a couple nicks and dings here and there, but nothing major. Curtis is coming back, you know, and just getting the rust knocked off, and I think he's ready to go. Have a big week this week. Jaden should be available on Friday too. It's kind of a scary injury, you know, kind of got swung around. Good news we got was just more or less a bad bruise on his hip. So
okay.
I think he'll
almost
be
like a hip pointer type of
Yep,
thing.
yep.
There you go. Yeah, I've had a few of those. Those don't feel too good. Hard to lay on your side when you got those things. That's for sure. Well, good to see him. Like I said, I saw him after the game. He said he was good, so that's good to hear there too. So, all right, you know, and so to last week's game, crazy game. But you know, you win by a point, you win by 20, as long as it's a win. But my thing was after thinking about it for a little bit, trying to figure out, you know, how to kind of just. The thing is. Nobody knows the Blue Comets more than Coffeyville and Independence. If you look at those two games and those three games of those three teams there, that's what I got because they know each other for spring ball and, you know, a summer ball and all that other. So that's kind of why you saw some of the things you saw the other night, I do believe.
Yeah, and you know, they got smart veteran coaches who've been doing it a long time, and you know, they've been in so many situations.
Good evening, Blue Comet fans. Welcome to halftime. With me tonight, we have the director of the Tri-Valley Developmental Services, Mr. Tim Cunningham. Tim, how you doing, man?
Great, thanks, Larry. Hey, I appreciate you inviting me onto your show and to talk to you about Tri-Valley. So it's good to be here.
We appreciate you being here, and the reason I want to get you down here is because this is a great thing for the city of Chanute and the area that you guys do. Basically, just give me a little bit about, you know, kind of the mission statement, Tri-Valley, what you guys do, and what you guys and who you do this for.
Right. Well, we provide services to people with intellectual developmental disabilities in 4 counties and
So I don't understand why we're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to do that just like that right there. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make that red for the bet. I just need to know how long it is, and that way I'll be ready for it. So I can hear that. I'm hoping I can hear Zach back in my head. I'm sure I can, so we'll be good to go with that. So here we go. So let's get on over to our pregame interview with the coach here on Z95.3.
Good evening, Blue Comet fans. Welcome to week number 8, final regular season game of the year, and a more important game for the Blue Comets in recent years. I cannot think of none, and we'll talk about that one coming up as we get things going with our Coach Frizzell interview. And after a crazy win last week, but Coach, the first thing is I got to see Curtis Harris back out there. Also saw Costin go off with the injury, but I saw him after the game. So tell us how they're doing and how's everybody else as we get ready to go.
Curtis is good. I think we're pretty healthy. You know, we got a couple nicks and dings here and there, but nothing major. Curtis is coming back, and just getting the rust knocked off, and I think he's ready to go. Have a big week this week. Jaden should be available on Friday too. It's kind of a scary injury, kind of got swung around. Good news we got was just more or less a bad bruise on his hip. So
Okay.
I think he'll
Almost
be
like a hip pointer type of
Yep,
thing.
yep.
There you go. Yeah, have to those don't feel too good. Hard to lay on your side when you got those things. That's for sure. Well, good to see him. Like I said, I saw him after the game. He said he was good, so that's good to hear there too. So, all right, so to last week's game, crazy game. But you win by a point, you win by 20, as long as it's a win. But my thing is after thinking about it for a little bit, trying to figure out, how to kind of just. The thing is. Nobody knows the Blue Comets more than Coffeyville and Independence. If you look at those two games and those three games of those three teams there, that's what I got because they know each other for spring ball and a summer ball and all that other. So that's kind of why you saw some of the things you saw the other night. I do believe.
Yeah, and they got smart veteran coaches been doing it a long time, and they've been in so many situations with different teams that trying to take away certain players from games and things like that. And they
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2. So we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kick that up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Turn that down just a bit. Yeah. All right. That should be good enough. Here we go. We're good to go.